Just spending upwards of $500 a day on paid ads, most funnel advice that you hear online is gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you. Real quick, why should you listen to me? My name's Cam Allen. I'm the COO of Sell More Online. We're a 7-figure marketing agency and we run ads for some of the biggest people in the coaching, consulting, course selling, agency and SaaS space, such as Alex Hormozi's Gym Launch, Daniel Fazio's Client Ascension and List Kit, Moves Method, Home Invest, Estimate Mastery, GoFunnels, and I can keep going and going. We've worked with dozens and dozens. I think we've worked with over 60 clients now, most of which you definitely know, and we're behind their paid ads. And yeah, we're spending upwards of $300,000, $200,000 every single month, putting everything I'm telling you in these videos to the test so that you know when you listen to me, you're not getting some weird theory. You're getting what's working right now as of this video is being posted. I can't promise you it's gonna work 6 months down the line, but I can promise you it's working right now. And I'm gonna do my best to give you the fundamentals and the reasoning behind why this stuff works so that hopefully in 6 months down the line, when the market shifts, you're still gonna understand how you can take why this worked and apply it to how the market is now. Without further ado, let me get into it. Optimizing their funnel or their paid ads is like launching more creatives, tweaking button colors, building a quiz funnel or even a lead magnet. Don't get me started on those. Adding more automations, making everything more complicated, and it's just not the case whatsoever. Now there are tons and tons of things, of course, that go into making a paid ads funnel work, but there are 4 things that I kind of want to go over today that are going to really move the needle for you and really going to help you out and hopefully scale your ad spend beyond that $500 a day level. The first one is offer clarity in the above the fold of your landing page. Landing pages are such an important part of your funnel and most people overlook them or they look at the wrong thing. Most people try to optimize the VSL over and over again. They'll post a new one, they'll check all the analytics on Wistia, seeing the play rate, seeing the retention rate. But the truth is, if your landing page above the fold is good, if the headline is good, if the button's above the fold, if there's a clear incentive and your ads behind that are good, I'll get onto that later, then people really won't watch the VSL whatsoever. Most people will land on the page, landing page, read the headline, maybe scroll to the bottom, click 1 or 2 FAQs, scroll back up, maybe play the VSL, skip to the end to see if you say the price, and then they'll go through and they'll book and they'll do the type form. There's never a linear path in the funnel where someone sees your ad, they watch the whole thing, they land on your landing page, they click the VSL, they watch to the end, they scroll to the bottom, they get the FAQs. That's just not how it works. So the first thing you need to do on your landing page is you need to split test it off the bat. We always do that on every client account. We run 2 tests, headline split test, a massive, massive needle mover. I can throw up a screenshot now if I can find it, of a client. We literally ran 1 split test and it increased his sales by 10 times. Just the headline was the only thing that changed. One of them got $970 in sales. One of them got $9,700 in sales. That's how important the headline is. But do an absolutely wild split test off the bat when you launch a landing page. You've got to have some sort of reason as to why you think it's going to work, write a hypothesis, but launch it off the bat. And then if one of them crushes, double down on it, retest a winner against it, do something different, tweak it slightly. Keep constantly having this test running of headlines on your landing page because this is like the biggest needle mover you can do. Like more than changing the entire page's layout, a headline will crush. Some things that we're seeing working right now in the B2B space and even in some course selling scenarios is you need to have an offer and a clear benefit in the headline straight away. None of this intrigue heavy, trying to get them to watch the VSL kind of thing. We're in a stage of the market right now where we're seeing on a lot of client accounts ads and funnels that are booking $43 qualified calls with, terrible VSLs with 9% play rates, 8% play rates. These VSLs are not getting played, but people are getting low cost per qualified calls just simply because everything is clear right there when someone lands. They don't need to watch the VSL because the ad is so well and information dense, and they go straight through and then they book. So you want to have an immediate benefit. You want it to feel a bit different. You want to showcase, unique mechanism if you have one, and it's got to be a self-explanatory unique mechanism. No double backflip 43. If you've got a setup offer, that's your unique mechanism. If you if you place a setter into their business alongside your cold email system, that's a unique mechanism. Has to be self-explanatory, has to be big, has to feel easy, has to feel safe, has to feel new. And it's NESB or whatever it's called. It's a great formula to follow if you're lost, but obviously you don't have to do it. It's just if you're not a very good copywriter or you don't have much experience, just follow stuff like that. New, easy, safe, big. Read your headline, ask yourself, does it feel like any of those 4? If not, rewrite, try again. That leads me to point 2. As I said before, people don't behave linearly. They don't watch the whole of your ad and click through and etc, etc. I already explained that, which means your ad, the first point of contact from you to someone, potentially becoming a buyer of yours, has to be extremely clear, direct, and information dense. Because if the ad's good enough, nothing else matters. Because in your funnel, think about it like this, right? When you have a system is only as good as the amount of points of failure it has throughout the whole system, right? If your ad is doing an easy job and all it's doing is doing massive intrigue to drive a click, right? You've got one point of failure because it's just always potentially might not work, and now you've got the landing page and the VSL, which both are having to do a bigger job because you've left gaps in knowledge of the ad, which is now a bigger point of failure. So you've now got 2 points of massive failure rather than one, which could be the ad. So what we like to do with our first batch of ads that we do for every single client across the whole board is we do a direct response ad batch, and it's super in market, which basically means you're speaking to someone who's right now in the market for your product or service. This is a really common mistake you might see in the industry, and it's because people are trying to target a wider demographic when you shouldn't be doing that when you're spending below, $1,000 a day, even more. You can just target a really select group of people. What does an in-market demographic ad batch look like? Well, for example, if you have a cold email setup offer, which I'm sure some of you guys do who are watching this, everyone's got one, you'd basically just be like, are you looking to send cold emails for your business, but you don't want to pay an agency every month? That's an in-market demographic. Are you looking to send a cold email, blah, blah, blah. It's super direct, super simple, but these absolutely crush across the board of our clients. And that goes great with the previous point I mentioned about the landing page optimization, because if you've got an ad where you've given that hook and then you've explained, so I'll riff one right now. It's like, are you looking to send cold emails for your enterprise SaaS business, but you don't want to pay an agency every month? Here's my offer to you. In 14 days, I will install a cold email system completely done for you into your business that gives you the capacity to send up to 30,000 emails every single month directly to a lead list we scrape for you and is handpicked with qualified leads that are pre-qualified, and we've got hundreds of different data points on each of them. We'll even launch your first 3 campaigns for you, train you on the system, hand you all of our SOPs, and make sure that you're 100% confident in running the system yourself. So that after 30 days, after you've paid us, you can take this in-house, send it yourself, and keep 100% of the margins. This isn't some sort of like licensing play or like we hold assets from you. We literally give you everything you could possibly need, and we hope that you'll just realize that you want us to do it for you at the end of the time period, simply because it gives you such a big ROI that you can afford to pay us and free up your time. Again, there's no retainers, there's no contracts, there's no lock-ins. This is a one-time payment, and if you do not want to work with us after it, you have everything you could possibly need to run this yourself. So if you're finally ready to run cold emails for your enterprise SaaS so you can start booking qualified demos with high-ticket enterprise deals on your calendar, click the Learn More button below, click through to the video on the next page, and then book your free call. That's an example of an in-market ad. It's like super direct, super clear, super offer focused. And when someone clicks through to a landing page that literally says on the headline, restating the offer, they already know they want it because they watched, the hook of the ad, which is like instant. Because like all the scenarios could possibly be like someone watches the hook, clicks through. Okay, they've watched the hook that states what it is they want and who it's for, and then they land on the page that says the offer. That's all the info that a lot of people will need. Whereas if you had a super intrigue heavy one that's like the best way to run the blah 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 is XYZ, and then someone clicks through and then they get to your landing page and it's like, this might be the best email system ever, right? It's really intrigue heavy. They're gonna have to watch the VSL, and it's like, no, we want people to just book. We don't give a shit if they watch our VSL or not. We just want to get them on the phone. The next part is what actually happens after someone books in a call with you. Most people will have, some sort of thank you page after someone books a call, and it'll be like, hey, thanks for booking your call. We sent a Zoom link to you. Watch this quick video below or whatever. And it's a video of you basically being like, hey, thanks for booking. Please be sure to confirm your meeting. Here's a bunch of results and case studies. And it's like, you're wasting that thank you page real estate by doing that. Because think about it. Every single person who books a call lands on your thank you page after it. Every single one. So think about, what do you want someone to understand or learn or have in their mind every single time they book a call with you? What do you want? You don't want to spend 3 minutes trying to get them to confirm a meeting. You want to load them up with as much information as possible so they come to that call ready to buy. And that's what we do with our thank you pages. We load them up with FAQ videos. We do 8, 12, 16, sometimes 20 plus 30 to 1 minute FAQ videos on that thank you page. It's all the common questions people have before a call, so that when they show up to the call, they're not just asking the surface level questions. They are literally, hey man, I watched all your thank you page videos. I'm ready to buy. I'll throw up a screenshot. One of our clients is literally like, hey, our clients love the thank you page, whatever, blah, blah, blah. People love that thank you page, man. We love it on all of our client accounts. We do that, and then at the very bottom, we put like a long form 20-minute video going over a bunch of like expectations of what it looks like working with a person. And it's pretty much this thank you page's job is doing a big part of the heavy lifting for the sales. And we found absolutely no downside to doing this whatsoever, only upside. So make sure your thank you page actually has a purpose and you're actually using that real estate for something useful that could help move the sale forward. And finally, is your VSL. Our video sales letters are notoriously against a lot of the best practices, but they crush it for our clients. We do have a structure that we like to follow and we give to pretty much every client because we find it works. I'm not gonna give it to you on this video, it's gonna take too long. But what I will say is the one secret sauce I'll tell you that isn't a complete game changer across the board for every single client account we run is giving a CTA in the first 2 minutes of the video sales letter. So the first 2 to 3 minutes of your VSL should be like, that should be enough for someone to book a call who's ready to go. You instantly say the offer, no intrigue bullshit. You're literally, the second they click on, it's some sort of call out in any way, like not a boring coaches, consultants, agency owners. It can be some sort of like, so you're here because you're looking to send cold emails to your business, whatever it might be. And then you give the offer again, the offer you said in the ad or whatever it is, the exact offer, the result they get, how it works, what it looks like. And you say, hey man, if you know this is for you, you're all ready to go, there's a button below this video, click it, fill out the form, book in a call with me and we'll get started. If you're not ready just yet, let me take a step back, introduce who I am, and then I'll answer all your other questions. That is it. Our VSLs are so simple. So you give we focus heavily on that first 3 minutes because most people, we find on the Wistia retention graph, people just drop off after that first 3 minutes because they've gone and booked. It's not because they've left the page, it's because it drops off when we say click below and book. So that 3 minutes is so damn important because we'll find we like to put chapters on the VSL so you can skip around, like it'll say at the bottom of the timeline, like here's what you get or here's the pricing, whatever it is, and you can skip around. We'll find that first 3 minutes is really solid retention, and then it drops off a cliff but then it's going really high up midway through, really high up at the end because people are clicking around. So they'll watch the 3 minutes and then they'll click around to get the rest of the info they need in the video and then they'll book. It's so powerful. I've just dropped the sauce on you guys, and hopefully you can take this and go scale your ads above $500 a day so you can work with us and we can make you a fuck ton of money. If you are interested in working with us, there's a link in the top comment. You can book in a call with me and we can talk about how we can help your business, how we can help scale you to $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is per day in ad spend so that you can predictably scale your business and get money. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, bye.